What's up, everybody? This is Nate Rage, and it's time now to go back to our childhood. So relax, put your nostalgia goggles on, and regress. So I figured I would review and take a look back and talk about Animaniacs before the reboot comes out on Hulu November 20th. It was one of my favorite cartoons of all time, and probably yours out there. So I figured what would be a better time to talk about it than now, before the reboot comes out. So, strap in, let's go! Let's start with the history of the Animaniacs. It was a 2D animated series created by Tom Ruegger, produced by Amblin Entertainment and Warner Brothers, who also made one of my other favorite cartoons, Tiny Toon Adventures!
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony.
But most importantly, Animaniacs was spawned and birthed by Steven freaking Spielberg. And what I meant by gay birth, he gave birth. And out came the Animaniacs. Animaniacs first aired on Fox Kids in 1993. And then mosey on over to Kids WB in 1995. Eventually they were put on Hulu. Not sponsored, by the way. Hulu! Hulu. Say what? Hulu. Hulu. Say what? Hulu. Subscribe. You know I do. Oh yeah. And Animaniacs had 99 episodes out of 5 seasons. But there's gonna be a lot more now.
Give me a hell yeah!
Because of the reboot, so technically there'll be a lot more than 5 seasons.
What?
Animaniacs was a variety show that, well, you could say had a lot of variety and a lot of characters, like Pinky and the Brain. 2 genetically altered lab mice that always plot to take over the world. Brain is the super smart one.
It must be inordinately taxing to be such a boob.
While Pinky is, well, the dumb one that always goes along with all Brain's schemes. And at the end of all their segments, Pinky always asks him,
"What are we gonna do tomorrow night?"
And then Brain says,
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world!
And as simple as Pinky and the Brain's personalities are, they make quite a funny duo.
Oh, you read my mind! Goody, goody, great idea, Vane! Tom, Jacob, Jingleheimer...
With Brain's deadpan humor and Pinky's random outbursts of
Zot! Nerf point again! Point Nerf again! Point Nerf!
makes Pinky and the Brain the funniest pair in the whole show. Besides them, we have the great, sassy, saucy, awesome, the hilarious, the Gilf, Slappy Squirrel, and her nephew, Skippy. Slappy is a retired and, well, somewhat bitter cartoon star from the 1940s, who lives in acerbic seclusion with her nephew, Skippy.
Where are you going, Aunt Slappy?
To the store to get some buttermilk.
Stew.
Hey, they make it. Somebody's gotta drink it.
Who is very happy and go lucky and lives with her for some unexplained reason. Slappy's probably the funniest character in the whole damn show, next to Yakko and Wacko, of course.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Would you mind?
Probably.
And then we have the Mafia Pigeons.
That I'm some sort of wrong way Corrigan of a misguided directionalist Goonie bird? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that the breeze is coming from the west. But who cares? I mean, it's no big deal.
Okay, that's it.
Oh!
The Good Feathers! Bobby, Pesto, and Squit.
Squit.
Squid. What kind of a name is that?
It's a stupid one, that's what. Squit.
And they just so happen to be part of an avian mob syndicate. I don't really have a whole lot to say about the Good Feathers. They're obviously based on the movie The Goodfellas, a very, very, very R-rated film that they put in the show as a parody. I guess Steven Spielberg thought it'd be pretty funny to do. It was just probably some of the adult humor that was put in for the parents while they watched it with their children. They were kind of meh to me, except for a few of them, like the Godfather one.
The God Pigeon.
You can understand what the hell he was saying half the time, but it was pretty damn funny.
Listen, I'll do anything to be a good feather.
If I say they're gonna tell him, then the Burns name.
And then finally we have Mindy and Buttons! That poor dog.
Buttons! Oh, Buttons! Silly puppy.
Mindy is a very clueless little girl that's always getting herself in the worst kinds of situations.
Puppy toy.
While Buttons, her very protective and faithful dog, always has to go through all the screwed up punishment to make sure that pain-in-the-ass little girl is okay. And the most screwed up thing, every time Buttons saves Mindy or something for the situation they're put in, Buttons is always the one that gets in trouble for something, even though he's the one always trying to do the good thing and save Mindy.
Buttons, what did I tell you? Just look at Mindy's clothes. No biscuit for you, Mr. Irresponsible.
Silly Buttons.
Really makes him kind of the unsung hero in all of their skits. That poor, poor dog. Wow, that was a lot of characters, but there's still a whole lot more to talk about! So I'll make quick mentions of my other favorite ones. So, let's start with Rita and Runt. Rita, a very intelligent cat that happens to be, for some reason, a very good singer.
Talking about my home on the muddy night.
And her very dim-witted doggo companion, Runt.
Sausage for you. Runt. You ever hear the word share?
Oh, sure, Rita. She's a pretty lady with tattoos.
I won't even bother.
Although he's not a very smart dog, they seem to be inseparable and together, like together.
No matter where you go, you'll see me later. I know we'll be together in the end.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have Minerva Mink, every furry's wet. Oh. I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, sorry about that. As I was saying, Minerva Mink is every furry's wet dream. And no, I am not a furry, thank you very much. I am not! Well, let's get back to the others, shall we? Like those rich asshole hippos, Flavio and Marita.
Who are incredibly fat.
Flavio, are we actually fat?
No, my delectable. We are simply bigger than life itself.
Filthy, rich, annoying hippos that add absolutely nothing to the show. They are not funny. Now let's talk about Chicken Boo, who is not a chicken.
Boo, what's the matter with you? You don't act like the other chickens do. You wear a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken, Boo.
He's really just a giant chicken in disguise, and for some reason always dresses like a human in all his skits. But people always find out, and then they want to kill him or eat him. His shorts are kind of weird, but they're pretty funny. I like him a lot. Before we get to the main characters, let's talk about the side characters that are pretty funny most of the time. They're usually the ones that Yakko, Wacko, and Dot screw with all the time. The sibling psychiatrist Otto von Scratch and Sniff. And he has one of the best songs in the whole show where he takes the siblings into therapy. The Monkey Song!
My disgrace, those monkeys had the nurse in a mad embrace.
I don't know what to say, the monkeys won't do.
And they stress this poor old doctor out so much that all his hair just fell out and now he looks like some weird peanut head. Then we have poor Ralph the Guard. He is probably the dumbest character in the whole show, and it's a little sad, especially how he's treated most of the time.
I don't know what you wants to do tonight.
I don't know. What do you want to do tonight, Ralph?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Gee, Ralph, I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What you wanna do?
6.5 hours later.
Well, I don't have an idea. What do you want to do tonight?
I don't know. What do you want to do tonight?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Shut up, bitch!
And...
Hello, nurse!
The very, I guess, sexy nurse of the show. And to their sister Dot's embarrassment, Yakko and Wacko are constantly always hitting on the hot nurse. And just the lengths Yakko and Wacko will go just to get her attention, how much they simp for the hot nurse is, well, it's pretty funny sometimes. And last but not least, a mime. I fucking hate mimes. While a lot of the side characters are, well, kind of hit and miss, there's not very many I don't like very much, except, well, maybe, well, the Good Feathers and...
What the fuck?
I really hope they don't come back for the reboot. Unless they, I don't know, somehow make them funny. Like, I don't know. Make them like rich 1% assholes that just don't give an absolute shit about us middle or lower class people at all. Make them like that, like how it is in real life. In America. See, now that would be kind of funny because, well, it's true.
You have such a quaint lower class look to you.
Shoot me! And now let's get into the main freaking characters! Woo! Yakko, Wacko, and their sister, Dot. A trio of animated siblings created in the 1930s by Warner Brothers. And they starred and appeared in various cartoons through the years. But their completely annoyingly unbridled lack of restraint, some ADHD power maybe.
Hey, don't you cross that line, this is where the line is right here.
And of course, I would know what that's like. But unfortunately, all that crazy, wacky energy they had annoyed everybody. So Warner Brothers executives decided to lock them away in the studio's water tower until they escaped 60 years later. The siblings are funny, wacky, crazy, and well, mostly the brothers are a little perverted.
For a nickel, I'll give you a clue.
Yakko, the older brother out of the siblings, was probably my favorite next to Wakko because, well, he's such a smarmy smartass who seems to delight in nothing more than screwing around with people. And he has one hell of a time doing so, much like moi. And he is voiced by one of the greatest voice actors of all time. One of my personal favorites, Rob fucking Paulsen.
Wait, there's more.
Wakko is my second favorite character in the whole show.
Wacko, I want you to search the room and put all the clues in this bag.
He's fucking great, but sadly he's pushed to the background unless it's an episode that's usually focused on him, or mostly focused on all three siblings. One of my favorite shorts that focuses on Wakko is when he's in the movie theater watching a sci-fi / horror movie and he's really got to go pee. And he keeps holding it and he's just got to go pee. And then he just yells out, "I have to potty! I have to potty!"
Hold the emergency. Hold the emergency. Excuse me.
Go around the other way.
I have to potty. Thank you.
It's hilarious. And he's always very happy just to smack someone around with a mallet.
Scrape.
Maybe later.
And have anvils dropped on people's heads, especially a Barney ripoff. And he is voiced by another amazing voice actor, Jess Harnell.
Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio. There's Montgomery, Alabama, Southern Montana, Memphis in the Colorado, and the Boise, Idaho.
Even though he's mainly known for playing Wakko, he's been in a lot of other cartoons too. Like he voice acted in one of my favorite cartoons for my preteens, Drawn Together.
Activate Hero Shield!
Now let's get to the self-proclaimed cute one, Dad.
Please let us go.
No way, man. Forget it.
Pretty please with whipped cream and a cherry on top.
Whoa, man. You're working your cuteness on me, man. Your irresistible cuteness. Stop it. Wrong, wrong. Knock it off.
Wheezy, squeezy, wheezy, wheeze.
No!
She usually provides support for her brothers, but she is pretty damn funny herself most of the time.
Oops. Missed.
How can we ever thanky wanky you?
Don't. You're free. Just no more of the thing of cute. We can't take it. You're too cute. Now go.
It's a gift.
And the funniest thing is, she's the scariest out of her siblings.
Princess Angelina, Contessa Louisa, Francesca, Banana Fannibal, Vesca the Third! Just a little thing I do.
And she was voiced by Tress MacNeille. She is also another legendary voice actor, and she has voiced a lot of characters that I loved and grew up on.
Hold it, Marty. They're right below us.
Amazing. Some dumb bastard is nearly a million other dumb bastards following his every twit. Are you dumb bastards listening to me, you dumb bastards?
Why are you so angry, Mommy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a little nervous about my evil plan. You dumb bastards!
Adventures and I am the champ. And now you are your stamp. I just can't help myself.
Marge? Edna? Marge? Oh, my name is Agnes, and you know it's Agnes. It means lamb. Lamb of God. I'm sorry, Agnes.
I get this all the time.
And while I like them all a lot, Yakko's definitely the funniest of all the siblings.
I thought you weren't answering any questions.
Well, I'm not. Just this one. To prove to you that I know everything.
Well, okay. Here's our question. Why do hot dogs come in packages of 10 and hot dog buns come in packages of 8?
His charisma just comes oozing out of him.
You can't kill us. You hardly know us. So, how's about a kiss?
And my second favorite, Wacko, is just downright hilarious all the time.
You blundering dolts! Don't you realize you've entered the fiery realm of Hades?
Hades? Boy, they were right. It didn't have a chance.
Now let's talk about the music. And if you remember watching Animaniacs, you'd remember that there is a plethora of songs. So let's talk about them. The songs were of course very funny, even sometimes educational. Some of my favorites include Yakko's World.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Yakko Warner.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Wacko's America.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio. There's Montgomery, Alabama, south of Helena, Montana. Then there's Denver, Colorado, under Boise, Idaho.
The President's Song.
George Washington was the first you see. He once chopped down a cherry tree.
President number 2 would be John Adams, and then number 3.
Tom Jefferson stayed up to write a declaration late at night, so he and his wife had a great big fight, and she made him sleep on the couch all night.
And the very best song is the freaking theme song! There's no better Animaniacs song than the theme song. It's so random, silly, it's amazing. Because we're Animaniacs. You know, I'm just gonna play a clip of the song for a second.
It's time for Animaniacs, and we're saying it.
Yakko's cute and Wacko's rank.
Now let's talk about the future and influence of this amazing cartoon show. There was a few straight DVD movies, and there were spin-offs. Some great, like Pinky and the Brain, obviously. And then there were some that, well, weren't so good. Like Pinky and the Brain and Elvira. Elvira was a very annoying character in Tiny Toon Adventures, and we'll talk about that show in another upcoming Nostalgia Rewind video in the near future. I really don't know why, but they took her, Pinky and the Brain, put them together, and made one giant shit show. Pinky and the Brain were at least still funny in it sometimes.
I love my talking mice. I take them to school and make them eat rice. I spray them with perfume in my own bedroom.
In great sleep and often in great pain. Pain.
It was bad. So unless you're a completist, please don't watch that. Just stick with the regular Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. And then there's another cartoon that's set in the same universe as the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. It's also one of my favorites that I grew up on. Freakazoid. Yes, Freakazoid is in the same universe as Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, and Pinky and the Brain. In fact, Brain and Wacko even pop up in one of Freakazoid's episodes, just to argue with them. So they were technically a shared universe way before Marvel or DC.
Wacko? No, I'm Wacko. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio.
Hey! Wacko, what are you doing? We're kind of in the middle of something here.
Oh, it's okay. Steven loves it when we do stuff like this. After all, Animaniacs is his favorite.
Sorry to break this to you, Wacko, but if I'm not mistaken, Freakazoid is Steven's favorite show. We got a memo.
I believe you're both mistaken. It is the sophisticated wit and charm of Pinky and the Brain that has captured Steven's heart, as well as making it the breakaway hit of the WB schedule.
Well, why don't we just go find out? You know, Brain, I'm getting just a little tired of your machine right now. Steven, like...
Doesn't it just blow your fucking mind? Remember, we were getting a reboot of Animaniacs November 20th. I hope you're as excited as I am. So if you want to watch it like I do, get Hulu and be ready when it releases. They even got all the original voice cast back from Pinky and the Brain and for Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Well, anyway, that's it for this Nostalgia Rewind. Now it's time to remove our nostalgia goggles, and I will see you next time.